Hey guys, this is kind of fun, huh? Sorry I can't be with you in person explaining this to you, but we're so grateful that you are willing to trust God by giving a talk, and this is kind of the outline that we'd like you to use just because it's helpful and it helps people, especially organize people to kind of keep on track with you and helps them to remember a little bit more of what you're talking about. So the outline, I'll go through it of what it can look like. But first, really, before you start planning, really make sure Christ is on the throne. Pray and ask God. Say, hey, is there any unconfessed sin? Anything you need to take before Him and ask Him to lead your thinking. Ask Him to be in control, so that planning is not on your own strength, but it's really done by the power of the Holy Spirit. So. With Christ on the throne, as He's leading your thinking, think through a few things. What do you want them to feel? What do you want them to think? And what do you want them to do? So write down those. That's kind of the goal of your talk, of what you're doing. And then the outline. So you might want to get out a piece of paper and jot this down. The way that you want to start is with an attention getter. So you want to say either a story or a quote or a statistic, something that will engage people, draw them in so that they kind of can put away the other thoughts that they were thinking about or the distractions that are around, something that will draw them in. And then you want to reveal your topic. So it could be something as simple as saying, hey, tonight I'm going to talk about evidence for the resurrection, or whatever you're going to be talking about. And then you want to make a statement about your credibility, like why should people listen to you? And it's not a braggy thing, but it's just really something to help people realize that you are a credible person to talk. And all of you have chosen to surrender your time to serve people on campus as leaders on campus. So that's cool. I wouldn't say that is your credibility, but you could even say something about, I've read a lot of great books about this, or there's a lot of great scholars out there who have written a lot about evidence for the resurrection, and I'm so grateful to get to share that with you tonight. For instance, that would be a credibility statement or sentence you'd want to use. And then you want to preview. So you want to kind of give them a run-through of your outline, saying, tonight we're going to talk about 3 things, or 3 reasons we can trust that Jesus really did raise from the dead, or whatever your outline is. You're going to want to share those 3 points with them, because repetition aids learning, right? So repetition aids learning. So the more times that you can say your 3 main points, the better chances of them remembering it. So you want to give them a preview, and that also helps the organized people to be able to follow you. The people who aren't organized, they're not going to, it's not going to matter to them at all. But to the organized people, they're really going to be thankful that you're helping them track with you as you're speaking. All right, so then you have the 3 main points, and for each main point, make it very clear. So you could just say it. You want to memorize it. There's no point in having 3 main points if they're not easy to remember, right? So you want to have your 3 main points memorized. You want to be able to state them quickly and just know what they are. So for each main point, you want to have 1 illustration. So that could be an illustration of some sort, or that could be a story, something really memorable that relates directly to your main point. For instance, if I was talking about the Holy Spirit and how the Holy Spirit empowers us, my illustration might be like we are filled with the Holy Spirit at the moment that we give our life to Christ. An illustration could be a glass of milk, and say you put chocolate syrup in the glass of milk. It's in there no matter what. Say the chocolate syrup would represent the Holy Spirit and the milk would represent us. So the Holy Spirit is always in somebody, but that doesn't always mean that we're walking in the Holy Spirit, right? We're filled and empowered by the Holy Spirit. So you can stir up the chocolate milk or stir up the syrup, and then it's chocolate milk, and you can see it that way. You can see the chocolate, but that just because you can't, and then the syrup settles, but just because you can't see the chocolate syrup doesn't mean this chocolate is, hold on, sweetie, doesn't mean that chocolate is not in there. So that would be an illustration of one of the points. And then you want to conclude, you want to end just by signaling the end of the talk, saying in conclusion, or just something simple like that. Then you want to reinforce your main points. So say your 3 main points. So in conclusion, whatever your 3 main points were. And then present a memorable ending. So just something memorable. It could be a reflection time, something for them to reflect on. It could be a video or a song or a story, just something memorable. And make sure to have some discussion questions and type those up, send them to Natalie, and she'll put them up on the PowerPoint. And tell people, like, when you end, just say, all right, we're going to get into groups of 4 or 5, and go ahead with the people around you, and the questions will be on the screen. So just lead them in a way like that. And your questions, maybe have 3 or 4 discussion questions that really aren't yes or no answers, but really help them think about how to apply it practically to their daily life. All right, hope that's helpful. Thank you guys so much for being willing to share your heart and your thoughts and let God use you in this way. All right, bye guys.